it's Friday and we're here to tell you all about how to clean your heat press. We've all had that moment where you put your transfer on, press it, and it's now on the top of your heat press. So let's walk you through the steps of how to clean it. I'm Danielle.
I'm Jessica.
Okay. Oh,
good catch.
Just in time. All right, so we've already oopsed and put our design onto the top of our platen. You can kind of see it a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your heat press. Well, you're gonna turn your heat press off because it was on because you've messed up. So turn it off. Wait till it cools down so that it's kind of warm to the touch, but still okay to work with. You don't want it too hot because you are going to be rubbing with a towel, and possibly we're going to use our ruler today because we don't have a rubber spatula. But if you had a rubber spatula, that would be another option for you. And we're going to use our degreaser. So 409 is a really great product to use with it, and we're just gonna kind of either spritz the top directly, and you can kind of see it smoking a little. And you can, definitely kind of you're just going to wipe with your towel and clean it off this way. If you find that it's kind of really caked on and this is not working for you, you can pretend this is a rubber spatula, because I don't have one. Wrap that spatula around with your towel, spritz again, and then this is going to just be a little bit more elbow grease. So that way you're totally protected, you're not going to scratch it, and you are just rubbing and getting that ink to come off and release from the top platen. This does take a bit of an effort. You are going to have to spray and spritz a couple times, and you are going to wind up seeing like an imprint of the design on your top platen. Once you think that you've got it fully cleaned, take a sheet, a pellin, an extra shirt, and just press. If you don't get any ink that releases, then you're good. So this has just a little bit of ink left on it, but you want to make sure, definitely test, because turn your heat press back on, get up to that 400 degrees, then press. As you keep going, the ink will start releasing from the top and get your platen nice and clean for you. So do we have any questions that came through?
No, just a few people saying hi. And Frankie, I'm glad you did mention that. He said he put sticky spray on to try to clean it and it won't come out. You want to use a mild cleaning agent. You don't want to, like a 409 or a Windex. You don't want to use anything too powerful or meant for something else. But as Danielle mentioned, you're still going to get that little bit of residue. Over time, it's going to fade out more and more. But as long as you do that check where you're pressing an old shirt, a pellon, a sheet, just to make sure no ink is coming off, then that's when you know it's good to go.
Yeah.
And also, do you have a pair of scissors in there? If not, I could use this. More for the automatic presses. And I rarely see it happen with ours, and I'm not just saying that. But if you ever get a line around your shirt that's coming from the moisture or the grease from around here, you can take your scissors, or in this case I was about to use an Allen key, and you wrap this and just go through the edges. You see it more on pneumatic machines because it's with air pressure, so the air pressure lines get moisture. But since we're talking about cleaning heat presses, we could talk about that one as well.
Yep.
And that's all you do in that case for that. But as I mentioned, you rarely see that with our heat presses.
And you also want to make sure, put a blank sheet, something down here, an old t-shirt. We're just using a handkerchief just to collect the ink as it's falling off, because you don't want it to get on your nice clean platen. That would defeat the purpose of cleaning the top, because then you get the bottom all dirty. All right. Anything else?
The pad is not washable. That's a rubber pad that's cemented on, but you can wipe it down because it is rubber. So if you wanted to spray that, you can. Or if it gets to the point where it's stained or it's too dirty, you can always put either an old sweatshirt over it, or we sell the ones that are made out of like Teflon or like the nonstick sheet, the bottom platen wrap.
Yes.
And we sprayed it with 409 after we let it warm down. So it's not hot, But it's still, as you notice when she sprayed, gave up a little bit of smoke. Okay, and I think that's it. And Butch says Goof Off works great with the adhesive glues because that's what Frankie put the spray adhesive on it.
Good tip. Thank you.
Up, and it looks like that's all.
All right. So simple, easy. Get that 409. Warm up that heat press. Then rub it with a damp cloth. Get a rubber spatula to kind of help it along. And then you'll have a clean heat press again. All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.